Very good afternoon, all present. So, this is your CI Computational Intelligence lecture, theoretical lecture schedule in the evening. So, I can found 33 participants joined the session. So, some more participants are still joining. Okay. So, first of all, I met some of you as a presenter. So, there are few students that joined as a presenter. Now, first of all, I am sharing my screen. Are you able to hear, students? Yeah. So, yes, I found a reply from Anirudh. Yes, to keep communicating, so it makes the session interactive. Otherwise, it seems to like one-way communication. Okay. So first of all, I am checking if there is any uh, checking the course content in the unit one, and here are some assessment tasks I can find here, and here are some home engagement. So I am enabling this. This is hidden from you. Here are some home engagement tasks that is hidden. So here are some question of theoretical type or the MCQ type as well. So, like what are the computational intelligence? What are the various expert systems? These are the direct questions you can find. What do you mean by ANN, artificial neural network? What is the difference between AI and computational intelligence? What are the techniques behind intelligence machine? Describe a rule-based expert systems. And here are some MCQ. I am explaining some MCQs. MCQs you can find here. So MCQs are simple. Yeah. Which of the following contains the output segment of artificial intelligence programming? So output segment, printed language and synthesized speech. First option, manipulation of the physical objects, locomotion, all of the above mentioned. So, uh, which which output segment? The printed language and synthesized speech. So it is it not seems manipulation of the physical object, locomotion, and all of the above. So if you found this answer, answer is not given here. I can search the correct answer once again so that you can found the right answer. Question are from here. Yeah, the right answer is D, none. Explanation none. So that is D, that is all of the above mentioned. Okay. So all of these are correct. So printed language, manipulation of the physical object, locomotion, all of are correct in this case. You can write the MCQs. Second is the list was created by John McCarthy, Marvin Minsky, Alan Turing, and Alan Novel, and Herbert Simon. So which uh, which computer developer developed this programming? So the right answer I can say here, the Lisp programming was invented by A. John McCarthy. He was also known as the father of AI, father of artificial neural network. So this is the right answer. So I think the MCQs are collected by the data set. So rather that questionnaire, I directly going here. So third question is expert is was developed under the direction of, there are some names like John McCarthy. So answer is B, that is Donald Michie, M-I-C-H-I-E, Michie, Donald Michie. That was known for the expert is, that is for expert knowledge or expert systems, and artificial intelligence system was developed by Terry A. So here there is a name in God to permit an interactive dialogue about the domain he called block word. So right answer, that block word is SHRDLE. So this is the block word. So that is refers. So I think this question is not listed here. The rest of the questions are of theoretical based questions. So I'm closing this content. You can do it now. These are the pool of the home assignment that is hidden. So now this is your syllabus part. In the syllabus part of the unit 1, the first part was related to the artificial neural network and the computational intelligence, short history, basics, and the second part is closely related to fuzzy expert systems. So I have a PPT of fuzzy expert systems. So look at a glance that PPT in this class. So there is a fuzzy expert system. So this is a fuzzy expert system. I am giving the content. Now, its content includes overview of the expert system, evaluation of the fuzzy expert system, components of fuzzy expert system, construction of the fuzzy expert system, pros and cons of the fuzzy expert system, application of fuzzy expert system, and conclusions. So now let's see. So this is a famous quotation. It's the famous quotation of the Niels Bohr, the famous physicist Niels Bohr. So an expert is a man who has made all the mistakes which can be made in a very narrow field. This is a very famous quotation given by a physicist, that is Niels Bohr. So, and in the physical chemistry, we read the theory of Niels Bohr of the atomic theory. Okay. So what it's saying? So an expert is a man who has made all the mistakes. Okay. So the mistakes makes a man an expert. Okay. Without any mistakes, you can't be an expert. So mistakes are adding you experiences. That experiences adding on your knowledge base. That later on makes you expert. So this is very common. So another next line says, so that mistakes which can be made in a very narrow field. So in a narrow field, that means a limited area. So that is an expert. So we can't be expert of all things. We only be expert of a small domain. Okay. So like in medical science, there is expert of neurology, experts of any psychology, expert of some like uh, anything like any type of diseases, okay, like heart diseases, like any lung diseases. Okay, now next introduction. According to Merriam-Webster, an expert, one with a special skill or knowledge representing mastery of a particular subject. So this is a very famous quotation. So as per the this Webster, and this is the definition. So an expert have a special skill of the knowledge representing mastery on a particular subject, not in all subjects, a particular domain. Suppose one is expert in artificial intelligence, one is expert in neural network, one is expert in some web programming, one is expert in some other robotic programming, Android programming, or another thing. So in every domain, there exists someone who has a certain amount of knowledge about certain part of the domain. So in every domain, there exists someone or few people. Someone means not all, but few people who have a certain amount of knowledge about certain parts of that domain. So that is called expert. However, it might not be possible for every person to master every knowledge in that domain. Okay, so it's not possible to be a master for every person in each and every field. So this is a fact. This is a truth. Okay, so an engineer can't be a doctor. A good doctor can have a knowledge of basic of medical science, but not have having an expertise of medical science. Doctor having not having expertise in computer science may have having some basic knowledge. So expertise is always in short domain, in narrow domain. Okay. So, however, it might be not possible for every person to be mastering every knowledge in that domain. Experts are defined as per their capability to solve a particular task of that domain and to combine that ability of a problem solving using the knowledge and the speed and accuracy of the computers. Experts are created. So these are the definitions. I'm just going to the next slide. So now the export systems. What are the export systems? An export system solves problems that are normally solved by human experts. Okay, the human experts normally solve any problem. So that are called expert systems. Okay, now it requires a substantial knowledge base, that is called database of knowledge or knowledge domain. So a knowledge base, a good inference engine, inference that can predict the result, manipulate the result like neural network, and an efficient user interface so that a normal user can interact that machine and can use their knowledge and to solve their problems regarding the particular domain for which it is created. It gains knowledge from the human experts using knowledge acquisition process. So it's very important. So what all about the expert system? An expert system, an expert system having finally the expertise knowledge of some humans, like expert doctor of cardiology. So suppose you are going in your MTech project or in MTech thesis. Suppose you are going to develop a cancer detection system, okay, of expert system. So what you have to do, you go some renowned experts of this field, cardiology. Thereafter, you are working on some cancer, so go some doctors and put their knowledge in some programming like list programming, that is in the listing of the their statements, and there are some if else and then statements. So if these symptoms are there, this is the way of this might be possible. If these symptoms are there, then go to this check. If these symptoms are there, okay, so these are if then else statements, and store the whole database, and that database can be used by another doctors, another simple doctors. That system will be called an expert system designed by you. Okay, you may design any expert like teaching expert system, every expert system in each and every domain. It's possible. Now it's very important diagram. You may see here, this is it, this is an human expert. This is normal user. Okay, suppose this is normal user, this is human expert. Now first of all, what we did, so there is a knowledge acquisition module. We ask questionnaire and store here in shape of listing. Okay, it is called knowledge acquisition module. We fetch the knowledge. Okay, so thereafter there is a knowledge base. So after the knowledge acquisition, we created a knowledge base. Here might be we store the knowledge of many experts, not only one expert. There might be more than one expert. So that creates a knowledge base. Okay, and thereafter the next module is meta knowledge base. Metadata. Metadata is the data, that is data about data. So we fetching data from this knowledge base, means some result, some conclusion, some inference. That is called meta knowledge. Meta knowledge is extracted among some knowledge base or database. So data about data is knowledge. Okay, that is some result. So here it is an inference engine. So that is bi-directional connected. We can either data from knowledge base, either give feedback to the database, knowledge base. So it is an inference engine that fetches data from this metadata as well as knowledge base, and it exchange data with the database, knowledge base, and meta knowledge base. So now these data are connected with some explanatory interface that user uses. So user, there is normal user. Suppose a normal doctor, he communicated with this explanatory interface. He puts inputs and the symptoms that goes here and fetching the data. So the entire system is known as expert. This is the architecture of an expert system. Knowledge acquisition, knowledge base, meta knowledge, inference engine, database, explanatory interface, and here are expert and user. Okay. So evolution of the fuzzy expert system, that is in your syllabus, fuzzy expert systems. Okay. So with fuzziness become a necessity. Why fuzziness becomes a necessity? Because of the imprecision and uncertainty that might arise in various situations and might impact negatively on decision making capability. So this line is very important. I again recite these lines and doing their content. Okay, so it's enough. So why fuzziness become necessity? This is the answer. Because of imprecision, and uncertainty that might arise in various situations. So in the various situations, there are some uncertainty, okay, and might impact negatively on the decision making capability. So decision making capability, like there is only true false and yes no. So this between yes or no, there are many decisions, many results. So that might impact the decision making capability. Means before true and false, yes or no, there is some middle results. Okay, not purely yes, not purely no. Like someone asked, how is the weather? So in India, so either hot or cold. So the answer is not cold, not hot. The answer is it is moderate, or it is little bit cold, and so that answer is between yes or no, true and false. That is called fuzzy. So to introduce this imprecision and uncertainty, fuzziness is involved in decision making process. So now, the fuzzy expert system is a form of artificial intelligence that uses membership functions as a set of fuzzified inference rules to solve the problems of a particular task domain. So it uses a membership function. There is a function. We have to define this function uh, situation to situation. Okay. So how these functions works? It is depending upon your algorithm, and this function gives some set of results that is called fuzzified inference. Okay, so in the fuzzified inference, you got a number of the results between true and false, between 0 and 1, between yes or no. So that results are included in fuzzy expert system that useful in solving a problem, true problem of a particular task domain. So this is about the, this is now fuzzy function. Okay, you can see here. So fuzzy expert system is here. Here is crisp inputs like 0, like 1. So here is x, some input like x, that is 0 or 1. So that is crisp. Here is a crisp output y. Between this x and y, there is a fuzzy file that analyzes again, and it it is governed by some rules, that is fuzzy rules and fuzzy function. Here is the inference engine that analyzes it, and thereafter defuzzifier. Defuzzifier means again converted to crisp output. So accepting the input as a crisp means 0 and 1. Fuzzify means converting between 0 and 1, like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 inference, and defuzzify, and finally gives output in some crisp output. That means uh, the user got a result clear manner, but in between it's analyze the whole the system and whole data, so that it is very efficient decision making. So this is the fuzzy function, like y is equal to fx. So here y is the function of x. Y is here. This is depending upon this. Okay, y is a function of x. Okay. So the generalized architecture of the fuzzy system, fuzzy expert system, this was. Now components of fuzzy expert system. So these are the components. The first component is the knowledge base. Second component is the inference engine. Third component is the meta knowledge base that I earlier discussed. Fourth is the explanatory interface. So these all components were discussed, and in the earlier diagram. So see that diagram again. In this diagram, knowledge acquisition module, knowledge base, meta knowledge, inference engine, database. So this is discussed here. So knowledge base containing the fuzzy production rules, Here is a knowledge of an expert is collected. Example, if A, then B. So this is the rule. If A happens, thereafter B happens. If rains happens, thereafter the crops grows. Or after the sunset, the street lights so glows. So there is some rules, and inference engine so operates on a series of production rules and makes fuzzy inferences, means decisions using two approaches: data driven or goal driven. So data, it's uses two approaches: data, what it's gained from the data, and what is the goal. Okay, so data and the goal. Suppose a data like BP, okay, in the medical system, like a BP, like heartbeat, like weight, like blood, like other uh, oxygen level and other things, glucose level, that is a data. And goal, what is the goal? Suppose a patient is of heart patient, suppose the patient is some anemia patient is some suffering from weak eyesight, suffering from any thyroid problem. So this is the goal. We analyze this data in the in the area of or in the domain of the goal. Okay. So this is the data driven and goal driven. So meta knowledge base is the second thing. It contains rules about the use of the production rules in the knowledge base. So it again containing the rule that uses the production rules in the knowledge base. So it uses the knowledge base. Now explanatory inference or interface. So establish the communication between user and the system. It explains the process of the providing the solutions to the user by system according to the problem. So this is an interface. So explanatory interface, you see here the explanatory interface. Here the user, here the explanatory interface that interacts with the inference engine and the database. Okay, so here is the user. And the knowledge acquisition module, it acquires relevant knowledge from human expert to update the knowledge and database knowledge. So knowledge acquisition module is the first module. This is the first module. It uses the knowledge of the expert that is stored in database knowledge base. So this is the main parts of the fuzzy expert system. Now construction of a fuzzy expert system. So the all things are again in detail like knowledge representation, inference engine. Two things are main. Knowledge representation. So knowledge can be represented, means expressed using three different ways. Either by rules, like if promise, then if if premise, then conclusion. So then is the conclusion if it premise. Premise means the condition, and then is the result, conclusion. So it is called rule based. If and then is called rule based. Semantic net. Semantic net is a class of knowledge representation formalism using the nodes and arcs. So it is a semantic net. So it is a class of knowledge representation. So it is a formalism that using nodes, okay, and arcs. So which node containing which weight? So it is called a semantic node. Now frame a data structure to be represented. A stereotype situations. A stereotype situations means so can be used or can be represented a single way, that is a stereotype, using slots and values. So there is a slot and there is a value, so that is a kind of data structure. So that is called frame type. So semantic net, rules and frames are three ways for knowledge representation. So either we can put the in the data structure way, either rule way. Okay, now what does the inference engine? So in the inference engine, gauge the knowledge of in a particular representation. So it having some forward chaining and some backward chaining. So it is an expert system that concludes an expert advice. So it operates in two basic ways: forward chaining and backward chaining. So in the forward chaining, that is based upon data driven, that is forward, and backward chaining is a goal driven. So what is the goal? Okay. So in the forward chaining also it is an example like XCon is a expert system. There is name is XCon, and Mycin. Mycin is some medical expert system. You can find this XCon and Mycin on Google. Like it is a medical system. Mycin, Mycin. I am searching Mycin. MYCIN. This is an expert system created and very famous expert system. So this is all about the Mycin expert system. In examination, this came Mycin by the early backward chaining expert system. It was developed in 1970. 1970, this was developed at Stanford University, Mycin. So it was basically for the treatment. So I am only reciting the first paragraph. So it is written in the Lisp programming language. It was written in the Lisp programming language as a doctoral dissertation of the Edward Short Lifted. So it was an PhD thesis, okay, of the one of the students. So it is very useful. So Mycin was the early backward chaining expert system used for the artificial intelligence to identify bacteria. What it does, it identifies bacteria causing severe infections, such that bacteria and meningitis, and to be recommended antibiotics. So with the dosage adjusted with the patient's body weight, the name arrived from the antibodies themselves. So this was a very early time of expert system that was developed some PhD students. Okay. So in 1970 at Stanford University, it used to write the code Lisp programming. Lisp. Okay, this is Lisp programming, and the name of that student was Edward Shortyfield. Okay. So now I'm going to my PPT again, and the next was XCon. So search XCon. What is XCon expert system? XCon. This is again a very famous expert system. So the XCon is a rule-based system, and it is developed by John Page and McDermott of CMU. It is a university, Carnegie Mellon University in 1978. So it is another expert system, and so these are the all details of the XCon. So just explore these ideas. So this is only two examples. So forward chaining using in XCon and backward chaining using MySim. Okay. Now constructing fuzzy expert system. I think it's only having 3 or 4 slides left. I think I'm checking. So number of the slides, it is the conclusion and bibliography and thank you slides. So just this slide ends at this slide. So I think 1 or 2 slides remains. So I am here. So constructing a fuzzy expert system. So just zooming the slides. So starting from this is flow diagram or DFD or some data flow diagram. Start data preparation. So first starting to prepare a data, therefore inference methodology module are there. Thereafter defuzzification method we defuzzified, and there are some linguistic variables means so convert as per the language to language, country to country. Suppose an expert system is developed in USA, that is in English. So now we have to convert in some another country for like in the Punjabi or in Chinese. So it is a linguistic variables, and it is a membership functions is there. There are rules and evaluation by mixing of the rules and membership function. There is some evaluation, and it is again feedback to optimize. Before evaluation, it gives feedback to optimization for the accuracy of the result. It again gives feedback to the linguistic variables parameter optimization. So it can be again give feedback to linguistic variable. It again give feedback to structure optimization. It again give feedback to again a structure optimization. So okay. So these are the structure optimization. These are the feedback, and this is the end. So design procedure are here. Some degree of the preparation and pre-processing of the required at the beginning to identify the problem. First of all, you identify the problem, like thesis, like any research work. So in which field you want to develop an expert system? Like there are many problems like autism, like any corona, and any type of infections. There are many incurable diseases, many medical diseases that is incurable, but they cure by some expert knowledge or some different treatments. There's several area of treatment like allopathy, homeopathy, like Unani, like Ayurveda, like yoga, physiotherapy. So different therapy can be used for the different cases. So the pre-processing, next inference method have to be determined. Like there are two methods are available. Inference method. First is called Madnani method, or Mamdani method, and the second is the TKG Kang method. This is the name TS Kang method, and first is the Mamdani method. So these are the two methods of the inference method. You can find Mamdani method in detail. Mamdani method. So you can find here So the name Fuzzy-Mamdani logic, it is also known as the mean max method. So this Mamdani method is also known as mean max method. This method was introduced by the Ibrahim Madnani in 1975. Full name of the Ibrahim Madnani. It is also known as mean max method. And second was the Kang method, Takeji Sugeno Kang method. Just say so I think this method is this. So this Takaji Sugano Kang method has a fuzzy inputs and a crisp output. Okay, like 0 and 1. It is computationally efficient in suitable work with optimization and adaptive techniques. So these are all two methods. So I am going quickly because time is less. The selection of the inference engine completely depends on the selection of the defuzzification method. So this inference method is depending upon the defuzzification method. Once these selections are being made, the process of the enumeration of the linguistic variables are to be carried out. So linguistic variable process starts after the defuzzification. Next stage to determine the membership function and the fuzzy rules that map fuzzy facts and fuzzy conclusions. And after creation of the rules, they are tested again and some desired outputs in order to do optimization and accuracy. So thereafter, after testing, they optimize the result. Okay, so that is later on some modification or the improvement of the systems that happens time to time. The pros and cons of the fuzzy system, I think this is the last slide. Thereafter, application. So what are the pros and cons? So pros means that plus point can work on a wide range of problems with uncertainty. That problem having uncertainty, that results are uncertain, that we can use this fuzzy logic, fuzzy expression. Universal function approximation. It is a having universal function for approximation. Comprehensibility. It gives some comprehensive result of a wide area. Data sets. Modularity. It can be constructed in some module. So means some parts. Explainability means it can be explained the result. So there is some reason. What is the result? That it has some explanation. So what is the cons? Means negative points. The high computational cost, the processing time, and the computational cost complexity is very high. The rules have to be accurate. So rules have to be accurate means the rules where a start the expert system is doubtful. So one expert gives their own rules, second expert gives their own rules. One doctors determine one disease and second doctors give their own opinion. So these rules is uh, might be uh, some questionnaire of some doubtful some decisions and optimization is always so means the precision. So this is also a cons. So optimization is always it's going on and on optimization process. Now applications. So we can apply these fuzzy rules and fuzzy expert system in agriculture field because in the agriculture, so a small variation in decision is uh, not affect any humans. So in the agriculture field, like there is the expert system, CLEX, this is the name of the expert system, and VARIX, this is the name of the expert system. This system is developed for the growers, advisors, and managers. And so this VARIX is for the cultivators. So these are the applications of in the agriculture. In education, there is a system can be used to perform education of different parameters and environmental management, cost effective, integrative environmental managing. There is a system like Jackie, Dowd. These are the system that develop a sports like goalkeeper quality recognition. Like there is an expert system of the Bajmara, Safari, and Pasand. Okay, so these are the sports expert system, mechanical engineering, emulation of the complex production system, computer engineering, fuzzy controllers are there. In the medical domain, it is a help, expert, machine. So machine, I shown you, and many more. So this is a conclusion. So I think time is up. So this is one slide. So in fuzzy expert system are one of the major game changer in the area of competitions. It's a way of dealing with uncertainty and using that problem in solving process. It's highly remarkable. However, it has various overheads and difficulties as well. To design the system that overcomes these overheads, provide efficient solution regarding its task domain is a very important and challenging task. So if it's able to do, it will provide an unmatched power to the problem solving domain. So this is the end of this slide, and this is the bibliography and references. And what's saying Lofty Jeddah, complicity, rises, precise statements, lose meaning, and meaningful statements lose precision. So complicity rises and precise statements lose meaning. So a precise statement always lose meaning. So and these are the statements of Lofty Jeddah means do explain everything, not in being precise. The precise statement lose its meaning. Okay, and lose and this statement lose precision as well. So be in detail. Okay, and complexity rise means details always rises. So these are the famous statement of Lofty Jeddah. So that is famous in expert system. Now thank you and closing this PPT. Okay, thanks all. Okay.